Namaste. How do you protect yourself when you know somebody is going to leave you, or you want to protect yourself before somebody does? When it comes to you doing whatever you can to take care of your health, you're taking care of your spiritual health, something greater than you. You have a mission, vision, purpose to do better. You have a mission, vision, purpose to help others. Maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your family, maybe it's yourself, maybe it's your partner. You have a vision that you want the world to do better. You have a purpose that's greater than you. You're spiritually aligned, whether that's with God, religion, whatever that looks like for you. Sometimes it's nature for me. Let me hug the tree. Oh, thank you, nature. Oh, I love nature. Maybe it's nature, mind health. You're taking care of your mind. You accept yourself, you show yourself compassion, you show yourself empathy by taking action steps. You are taking care of your physical health. You're eating right, you're working out. You're taking care of your core values. You say, look, I don't share that value, I'm not gonna do that. And then you give your heart out. You tell your partner, your friend, this person that you might be working with, that you love them, you believe in them. You do believe in their mission, you believe in their vision. You can do this. If you put your mind to this, you can do this. And you know why? Because I did this. And then they ghost you. They leave you. They say something even bad about you. Somebody says something about you and you hear it from them. You're like, dang. But I took time though. I took time to understand myself. And not only did I do that, I wrote it down. But they still did me wrong. How are you going to protect yourself from this? When you have set such a barrier for yourself, you have taken so much time to understand yourself. When you broke up with that other person, you became single. You said, no way, Jose, I'm not going to let that happen to me again. I'm first going to love myself. I'm going to increase my serotonin by myself when nobody's watching. I'm going to delay dopamine. I'm going to bypass the amygdala, the emotional brain, let it go to the prefrontal cortex, decrease the cortisol, decrease that catecholamine excess that comes along with fight and flight. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to take care of myself, but still, they just leave. To give this justice, I didn't want to freestyle this only, and I wrote it down, so I wanted to share this neurobiologic jujitsu with you guys, where the main idea here would be that rejection disrupts serotonin and oxytocin balance, shaking your self-worth. You can reserve it through intentional self-mirroring, though. Let's take an example. Serotonin drops after social exclusion, makes you feel less than. You're doing whatever you can. You're like, look, you can do this too. I can see this in you. I believe in you. I believe in myself and I believe in you. Let me validate you because I validated myself. But hang on though. Hang on for a second. I've taken time to validate myself. I didn't just make this up. I sat down with myself. I asked myself, why is it that I don't love myself? Why is it that I should love myself? What can I do when nobody's watching me? And then somebody takes that away from you. That serotonin drops right away after social exclusion. Oxytocin crashes, leads to emotional numbness and over comparison. Did I do something wrong? Should I have done that better? Why did this happen to me? That's your oxytocin. You're not thinking crazy. You're not wild. You're not out of control. This is your neurobiology disrupting you. And this is where I would like to intervene and inspire and say that you can play neurobiologic jujitsu by writing it down enough. And this is where mind hygiene forces those reconnections. And mind hygiene based on medical evidence is a writing technique where you accept yourself, aces your life with mind hygiene, accept yourself, communicate compassionately with yourself, embrace yourself empathetically, and soften the process. What you do is when you accept it, oh, they left me? Oh, I did this for them? Okay, let me accept that. And what you've done is you've automatically validated yourself by doing that. You're showing yourself compassion by writing it down. You're embracing yourself empathetically by understanding that this is what you're doing alone when nobody's watching. You're softening the process, meaning you're not making it seem like it's hard. You're not talking to me. You're not listening to me. You're not talking to anybody. You're not taking advice from anybody. I'm not giving you advice. I'm saying, why don't you write it down? Here's a process. Try it, and then inspire us later on what you did. The idea behind some of the things that I do, and I'm Dhruva MD, a practicing board-certified family doctor, and I lived alone for 7 years, and I was single on purpose in my mid-30s and my early 40s because I just hated myself, and I didn't like myself, and I didn't like some of the things that I was doing, and the feedback I was getting from people. I just decided to enter monastic solitude, which I didn't even know what that was at that time. It's like, man, I wrote a book called The Dumb Doctor. I thought I was that stupid, but I didn't realize that I just didn't have love for myself. I didn't have those that serotonin bond with myself. I didn't have that dopamine hit for myself. I didn't have that oxytocin bond for myself. And I rewired that by rewriting. And I hope the same for you. There's a study, even brief experiences of social rejection can lead to reduced self-esteem and activity in the medial prefrontal cortex, which is the thinking brain. The emotional brain says rejection. The thinking brain says I'm not good enough. Boy, if you rewrite that out, if you rewire that and you rethink it, don't let anybody come into your mind unless you have evaluated them over and over. I like to say on board slow and fire fast. Don't disrupt your mind. When it comes to the neurobiology behind this and playing neurobiologic jujitsu of craving and rejection, the cortisol spikes with rejection, with triggers stress, anxiety, and that fight or flight response. But when you can write through it and you say, okay, that person rejected me, but I did all of that, there's acceptance. That's reduced cortisol. Instead of saying, oh man, they shouldn't have done that to me. Why'd they do that? And you call that friend, oh, they shouldn't have done that. And you drink, you eat ice cream, you do something that's not within your core value set, you'll increase the cortisol once again. Oxytocin withdrawal happens when somebody leaves you feeling numb or unbonded. Oh my God, you know how many times this has happened to me? And not only that, fine. When I hated myself, when I had narcissistic traits, when I deflected my fears, when I was condescending, when I was drinking, when I was smoking cigarettes, when I was lying about it, sure. I get it. I didn't even have a problem then actually when people rejected me because I'm like, dang, I'm rejecting myself. But wait a second. I took 7 years to be alone. I took 7 years to write. I went to therapy. I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking. I stopped eating bad. I stopped complaining. I stopped talking bad about people. I reorganized my serotonin, my dopamine, my cortisol. I played neurobiologic jujitsu, but you still left me. But now the hits are less. Now it's less because I've practiced mind hygiene each time. And you think I want to do this? Let me share some stuff. Look at this. Trauma, tragedy, triumph. Trauma. My mom left when I was 7 because my dad divorced my mom. She was schizophrenic. She was institutionalized. My brother, he was dead for 17 days after a heart attack, after doing too much meth and alcohol. And the triumph is that I love myself even with all of this. What I'm doing is I'm validating myself by writing this, increasing the serotonin, increasing the dopamine, because I know I'm going to delay it by writing it, oxytocin bond with myself. This is just one of the things. Oh, let's see here. Here's another tragedy, trauma, triumph that I'm writing down just to understand. The practice of mind hygiene, I like to say there's nothing to do. You just write it out. And I have the dates here. Here's the mission, vision, purpose is to help people believe in themselves. The vision is to donate money and feed the poor in Haiti, in India, in Syria, in Ukraine, some of the places that I want to be in to help as a doctor and also as somebody who's going to be a philanthropist, to show everyone that it's possible. Here, self-compassion, self-empathy, self-love, because I am taking time to understand myself. And you were meant to doubt yourself for a long time, and that's what's built fortitude. You know, I'm just writing these things on a regular basis all day long. Here's another one that I wrote down. Accept that you are alone for life, but don't feel bad about it. So what am I doing here? I'm just rewiring my mind. That's it. I believe that if I write that this could happen. Now I have a strong core sense of belief. There's medical evidence to support that. I believe I can help somebody else. Not that I believe I'm stupid and I'll be alone. I believe that if I'm alone and I write, I can help somebody else. So now you're rewiring your belief system, and that's what I hope for you. If the video resonated with you, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll be dropping videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on how to believe in yourself, love yourself through life tragedies, breakups, and all of the above. Namaste.